Welcome to Knights of the Roundtable, and joining me today is Rick Fletcher. Rick, we got an interesting show today.
Oh, it's going to be great. We've got Brandi. She's the coach of the girls tennis team, so we're excited to have her. And we got Tyler, the track coach, one of the track coaches, track and field. So he's going to be with us today, too. And it's funny, Jerry, I look out the window right now, it's snowing, and this is supposed to be springtime, so...
Well, and I don't understand, personally, why that tennis and track is not participating today outside in an event.
Yeah, they got to suck it up, right?
That's right. You got to get out there and get on it.
Well, you and I, we just want to crawl back into bed and put the covers over, so...
Oh, I couldn't believe I saw it snowing.
We'll give the coaches some slack on that.
All right.
So we're going to take a quick break here.
Take a quick break, and we'll be back with...
Brandi Sheckels.
Brandi Sheckels from tennis. Welcome our new sponsor, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, Brian Maurer, agent. Give him a call for all your insurance needs. There's no reason to knock on wood. Welcome back to Knights of the Roundtable, and joining us now is Brandi Sheckels, the girls tennis coach, and also the boys tennis coach too.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So if there's a tennis match going on, Brandi will be there.
Definitely.
Welcome to the show, Brandi.
Thanks.
Nothing
this is exciting.
It's a Saturday morning. Nothing going on in tennis today. I'm assuming.
No, there's a little snow outside.
It's snow outside.
And my girls aren't trying to be out in the snow today, and the courts are slippery.
All right, so we have to confess, Jerry and I know nothing about tennis. Okay, so this is going to be a learning experience.
I'm just joking.
This is going to be a learning experience for us. Okay.
I just know that tennis makes a bunch of racket.
Yeah.
That's a bad joke.
Where's
it's okay.
The gong?
It's Saturday morning.
Where's the gong? Where's the gong when you need it? Okay.
I know, right?
Our people wouldn't understand the gong show.
Yeah, I understand it.
All right, so let's talk about your team.
Okay.
First of all, talk about you. How long have you been coaching here at Northeast?
Since 2019, the girls.
Okay.
And then Coach Kiesling, a.k.a. Jerry Kiesling, the athletic director. I always call him Coach. But he came to me. It was kind of funny how I even became a coach of tennis. I'm usually a basketball, soccer, track type coach.
Okay.
He came to me and was like, hey, I need a tennis coach. So I go through my phone. I pick up my phone and go through, hold on, I might be able to find you one. He's like, you? I go, I only played in college. I know. You'll be perfect. I was like, okay.
That's more experience than anybody else around here.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, and he said basically to me, if you build it, they will come. And he was absolutely right.
All right, so we're going to talk about your team. I'm looking at your sheet here. You got a lot of
young ladies.
A lot of ladies on that. What do we call them? Players, tennis players.
Yeah,
right?
they're tennis players.
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know what the proper
I call them a lot of times just student athletes because they're student first.
Yeah.
I have some very, very bright kids on my team. Very proud of their extracurricular activities and being an athlete on top of it. But yeah, I have 2 seniors, 9 juniors, 6 sophomores, and 3 freshmen.
Okay, so I have to ask the question here. Well, the little I know about tennis, there's a number 1, a number 2, a number 3, and then a couple doubles teams. Is that right?
Oh, heck yeah.
All right. So you've got a bunch of players on there. So is there varsity and JV?
Yes, I do varsity and JV.
Okay.
They have an opportunity to challenge to, I might have a number 1 doubles on JV that wants to challenge the number 2 doubles on varsity, and if they win, guess what? You play the next round.
Oh, so that gives for competition.
Oh, yeah. They get competitive. They help each other. I mean, we are a family, and that's first and foremost.
Okay.
It's not about who's better, who's worse, who's new, who's old. Everybody starts right here, and then I just place them as I basically strategize against the other teams.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So you might have a different player versus who they're playing, or who the match
or
is against.
TEC may stay very the same, just for the fact of were ranked in that one.
Okay.
So I want to keep them playing as many as possible in the TEC. And then those other varsity matches, that gives my other kids an opportunity to get some varsity experience.
All
That
right.
way, next year, I only lose 2, but I'm going to have I'm going to have 9 seniors next year and 6 sophomores.
All right, so you have to be a mathematician to figure this out, because I'm lost
Yeah.
already.
So like 7, there's 7 on the varsity.
Yeah, so let's start at let's talk about the players now.
Okay.
We want to talk.
This is what I ran on Thursday. We played Richmond.
Yeah. And you won the match, even though it was rain short.
We won the match. We won, thank goodness that everybody else got done first, but our number 1 and our number 3 weren't quite finished yet, so they're still 0-0.
Okay, so who
that-
in that match, who was your number 1?
It was Lauren Lacey. She's
Okay.
a freshman.
We know Lauren.
Yeah.
She was a part of our crew.
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay.
And she's phenomenal. She's helpful not only to the other players, but to me. And she's got little techniques that I like to grab and show other people. But yeah, she's a great freshman, and I'm telling you, she's going to have quite a career here
All
at the
right.
Knights.
Well, that's exciting then.
Yes, very exciting.
All right, so
My number 2.
Number 2, yeah.
Yeah, my number 2 is senior Anna Drake.
We know Anna.
We know Anna.
Jerry,
See,
don't we know Anna?
Yes,
Well,
we
she-
do.
Multiple sports for Anna.
know,
Starting
right?
volleyball, basketball, now she's a tennis star.
Yeah, I've had her since her freshman year.
Okay.
When she was a freshman, she was so nice. People think,
Oh, yeah.
Have
You
we
know,
ever
tennis-
heard that before
I
about
know,
Anna?
tennis, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. This year, she's out there to kill the ball, say thank you, and move on and get down to business.
Okay. So she's a real asset to your team.
Oh, wow, yeah.
All right.
As a leader and player.
Yeah, she was that way. Anna was that way in her other sports
Yep.
also,
Yeah,
so that
definitely.
obviously that's going to carry on. All right, let's go on down the line here. Who
Number
else?
3, I've got Grace Todd.
Okay.
She's a feisty little thing.
And she, what year is she?
She is a junior.
Junior. Okay.
Yeah. And I had to have a playoff because I wasn't sure who to put in there.
All right.
Because I have Cadence Wright that is consistent and very patient.
And what year is she?
She's a junior also.
Okay, so there's a little competition
so I
going on
had
there
them
for that number
do a
3.
playoff because I couldn't decide.
That's not a bad thing, by the way.
Oh,
to
no,
have,
it's
have
not.
that competition.
It's not. And that day, Grace happened to get that one, so I'll have them play again for the next one.
So that could change next week.
Yes,
then.
it could.
Okay.
Definitely could. But
It's
both
like being
Cadence
a
and-
quarterback. You have a quarterback competition
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah,
Is it-
yeah. And Cadence and Grace, whoo, yeah, it was some good balling.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's exciting that they have that chance.
Oh,
Even though
yeah.
they're not on the number 3 slot, there's a chance that they can.
Exactly.
And who
Everybody has a chance, and that's the thing with me. Everybody's on an even playing ground. I don't. Oh, you played this last year. Da, 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 da. I don't do that.
All
If
right.
you win, you win.
So we got a number 1 and 2 doubles. All right.
Oh yeah.
All right. So what are we
I
looking
love
at?
doubles.
All
I
right.
played doubles in college,
Okay.
and I just loved it. But I have Chloe Cook and Claire Coddington
Okay.
are my number 1 doubles, and let me tell you, they're fun to watch.
All right.
Oh yeah, Claire's got a sick serve, and when I say
Yeah.
sick, that means good. Okay, Chloe is relentless in the backcourt. Teams try to run her, and it doesn't matter. She's going to get to the ball.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're.
And
they're-
Claire's a senior.
Claire is a senior, and Chloe is a junior.
Junior. Okay.
So, it's going to be odd next year for Chloe, but
Yeah, that's all
you know
right.
what? They were together last year, so.
You built some chemistry, I'm guessing, when
Oh
you're
yeah, they
with
got
your doubles
great
partner.
chemistry. My doubles teams have great chemistry, even down to the JV. So, and then my number 2 doubles is Lainey Moore
Okay.
and Ella Coddington.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And we
Okay.
know Ella.
Yeah.
With some of these, I like Claire was a
Another,
volleyball
yep.
player, and Ella was a volleyball player
Mhm.
also.
Exactly.
So what year? Ella's a sophomore, I think.
Yeah, both of them are sophomores.
Sophomores,
So
okay.
they're going to stay together till their senior year.
So they really have a chance to build some chemistry.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they have a chance to go far, as the years go. My JV kids, Oh my, I was so proud of them on Thursday. The ones that played, the varsity and JV. It was windy.
Yeah, not ideal weather conditions.
It's
No.
freaking cold, colder than life, you know.
Yeah.
It was their first match. And I tell you what, they went in there like they own the court. And that's what I want them to
Yeah.
do. I'm trying to build confident young ladies. Because they might not ever play tennis in their life, but when they go to school and when they go to the job, they're going to own it.
So who are some of these JV players? Just give us a few
Oh, yeah,
names here. Just
yeah.
give us
They're
a
all
couple
fun.
names.
They're all fun. They're all
All
fun.
right, well, you got that lit. That is a lot. How many on that list?
I got 20.
That's a lot of tennis players.
Yeah, let me put my spectacles on because I can't see anything. Excuse me. I've got Zoe Klein,
Okay.
awesome player. Another
Basketball, yeah.
volleyball. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I have Lexi Bird. I have Ava Coddington.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm getting all those Coddingtons.
That's Ella's twin sister.
Yep. Yep. I have Basil Karakoff.
Okay.
I have Kaya Gardner. I have Gracie Summers, which I love lefties. I love
Okay.
left-handers because they're so rare.
Yeah.
And it kind of messes up the
Sure it
opponents. So, Leah Nicholson, Lauren Nicholson, Amelia Price. She's my jokester. I got Josie Retz, Addie Loaiza.
Okay.
Is that how I pronounce that last
think
name?
it's-
I mess
yeah.
it up every time and she laughs at me. But and
Remember,
Hannah,
this is going out to 10 million
I
people.
know,
so-
right? So and Hannah Abney.
Okay.
So I have a plethora of student
Lot.
that are athletic.
Now, do you have an assistant coach that helps?
Oh
you?
yes, I do.
All right.
I am honored and blessed to have Scott Lacey help me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I imagine there's 20 girls. You can't do that all by yourself.
No, and there are things, he's better focused on singles, and I'm more of a doubles expert.
Okay.
So it works perfectly.
Great.
Plus, he's into, the serving, my serve's a little off, and so when I show how you're really supposed to, it doesn't quite look quite right.
Okay.
So, Scott is just another pair of eyes and fixing and tweaking, and I love it.
All right. All right. So let's talk about your season has started. You know, as you got what tournaments you got coming? Is there a TEC tournament? Then
There-
obviously sectionals are coming.
Yes,
And
so I-
tennis is like everybody's thrown in the pot. It's not class 1A, 2A, 3A.
Correct.
It's everybody in the sectionals.
Yeah, oh, yes, you know, you just got certain areas.
Yeah, what are some key things that we're looking at here? Key matches, sectionals obviously is the big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know our ladies are, looking forward to the season, the whole entire season.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely TEC.
Yeah.
They see that they are strong and will be the ones that folks are going to go after. I'm the one that has a lot coming back. I'm one, I think, got a lot of great athletes, freshmen.
So you give yourself a fair shot in the TEC.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay, all
I
right.
do. And I told them, you know, if they win the TEC, I'll shave my head.
I've
Growing my
learned.
hair out now.
I have learned that
Not to
you
do
never, ever, under any circumstance, make a bet with them
No.
because they will win it one way or the other.
And you know what? They'll just have to see a weird shaped head.
Oh my gosh!
My hair, I'm literally growing my hair out now.
Yeah.
Because it's never this long and this untapered. But I said, TEC ladies,
All right.
it's all or nothing.
Well,
So-
is there a TEC tournament?
yeah, that's not until around May 14th.
Yeah, okay, so that's.
That's
you'll
right
have a-
before the sectional.
Yeah,
okay.
the week
Yeah.
before.
All right. Okay.
And we do go to the Richmond Invitational.
Okay.
I don't know what schools are going to be there yet,
Okay.
but it's usually some quality schools like the
Yeah.
Oldenburg Academies, Alexandria.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
good
some
tennis schools.
yeah.
tough
And
schools.
tennis is a sport that lends itself to tournament play.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, and then the sectionals. When do they start? And where are they?
Sectionals are at Richmond,
Okay.
and so are regionals.
Okay.
And those start about 5:18.
Okay.
May
What,
18th.
okay. Give us a handicap here as far as sectionals. You've been with your girls for a while now. All right. You haven't played a lot of matches, but what do you put the odds at in sectionals? Fair? Do you have a fair shot?
Do you want the cocky coach? Or, no, I'm just joking.
We
you know
got
what?
plenty of those guys.
I know, right? We have a very fair shot.
Okay, good. That's good. You know, and it's not bad to say that. You know, if you think you got a good team.
We have a very fair shot, not only as a team, but maybe some individuals to continue, even out of regional.
Can you go as a team into regional and as individuals? Is that
Yes.
like wrestling? We did
Like
wrestling.
wrestling.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can do that, yes.
Okay.
It'd be like track also, I believe.
Track's-
We'll
yeah,
find out
track's
from that
very
from Tyler in a
same.
little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a question he needs to think about right now to answer.
I know, right?
So, hey, Brandi, I can sense your enthusiasm
Man,
here. It's just flowing right now.
Yeah, I'm
so.
not the normal coach.
That's great.
I have a lot of energy, and I believe I give that to the girls. They have their own chant before games, and I know a lot of people look at us, but they go, we talk about tennis balls, and we talk about it low, and then they go 1, 2, 3 balls. In other words, we're going to go out there and we're going to hit these, and we're going to win.
Well, and speaking of which, there's a supply chain problem.
Tell
and
me
tennis
about it.
balls are at a premium.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
You have to get them while you can.
Yeah.
wherever you
No
can get 'em.
kidding.
Yeah,
Wow.
Mr. Keeslin was out the other day searching all the sporting goods stores and buying whatever
tennis
cans.
balls.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
whatever
I
cans
probably
they
have a
had.
dozen in my somewhere
Well,
stacked away somewhere.
I'm like,
But-
he come in with Walmart bags
Yeah.
and Meyer bags and you name it. But yes, I'm excited for this season. This is a great family. I have great parents.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to tell people watching this video, get out to the court
Get
to
out
see
to the
these girls
courts.
play. You know, there's probably a certain decorum you have that doesn't work if you're a basketball fan here. You know.
Well, like I
so-
said, I'm not the normal coach.
All right,
so
okay, so
I have a lot
anything
of-
goes.
I
You
have a-
heard it from the coach.
I have a lot of signs, of course, great sportsmanship. If any of the teams, whether it's our opponent or us,
Yeah.
makes a great shot, you're like, yeah, nice shot, Me, I do, oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
All
oh,
right.
that was nice. I have all these little signs like a baseball team
Well,
would.
we'll
but-
be looking forward to seeing Brandi. She'll be the star of the show.
Oh, Lord, no, I won't be
So
the star.
look, you guys get out there and you get out and support these girls. They deserve your support. We'd love to see you out there, big crowds.
Mm-hmm.
So
Next, we're at Lincoln on Monday,
All
so if you're
At the
out and
Smurf
about.
at the Smurf courts.
That's right. They got nice courts though.
All
I
blue.
love them. But
Smurf
yeah,
court.
come on out and support us.
Well, Brandi, we've been about 15 minutes,
All right.
and so we appreciate.
we could
you
probably
coming
go
in.
for another hour.
Oh, we
I'm
could go
guessing.
for a while.
I can talk now.
But thanks for joining us this morning,
thank you
talking
for
about the
inviting
kids
me.
and so forth, and we really appreciate you showing up. Well, once again, thank Brandi Sheckels, girls tennis coach, for coming in. And we'll be back after these messages with Tyler Hostetler, and we're going to be talking some track. Welcome our new sponsor, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, Brian Maurer, agent. Give him a call for all your insurance needs. There's no reason to knock on wood. Welcome back to Knights of the Roundtable, and a big shout out to our corporate sponsor, Farm Bureau Insurance. We appreciate all their support, Corey Baker and Brian Maurer agents. And joining us now is boys and girls track coach Tyler Hostetler. And today we're going to find out if you're going through turn one, are you allowed to bump your opponent? Because remember, if you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing. So I don't think that's legal, is it?
I know some officials that wouldn't like that. I don't think so.
Well, see, that's where you add fun to the sport, right there. But Saturday morning, we just got through talking to Brandi. Snowing outside. It's a wonderful day, and you're supposed to be at the big Owl track meet at Muncie Burrs at Ball State today.
Correct.
And they canceled that late yesterday afternoon.
Right. So I appreciate you inviting me inside to the warm conditions in here in the West Wing. So.
Oh, the West Wing. That's right.
So we, when we talked to Brandi, we said, gee, I don't know anything about tennis or much. Same thing with track, okay? So I wanted to hear you just talk and educate me a little bit. Jerry's been around.
Oh, yeah. I know little to nothing about track.
This is one thing doing these videos, we are getting educated. We're getting smarter, okay? So like we know a little more about wrestling than we did when we first started.
So we talked earlier, the number of events that track has, I believe it's 16.
We have 16.
But we only offer 15. And the one that we don't is obviously the pole vault.
Correct.
Which is, one, very expensive to have, and number two, finding someone who wants to be on the end of a bamboo stick and flip 10, 12 feet in the air over a bar is a little tough to find sometimes.
Right.
So in a normal track meet, I think, what is it, the distance stuff starts off first. Is that usually how it works?
In the normal smaller meets, when we don't have trials for sprints, we start with the distance relay, the 4x800, and then they mix in. So we got sprints and distance and mid distance, and they mix it through so kids can do multiple events. So
I know that I've announced track meets before, and I got this big sheet up here, and you're like, first call for long jump, second call for 100 meter, and you're like this. So there's multiple things going on. I know you got shot put going on, probably the discus, high jump, long jump. I think that's the 4 field events,
yes,
isn't it? Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, and we mix with the boys and girls. They take turns, and girls always high jump first, and so that's going on. As soon as they're done, the boys start, and same with shot and disc. They alternate. So there's field events going on throughout the progression, and athletes that do both, they've got to check out of their field events and go to their running event and go back and jump some more, and so it gets to be a interesting evening sometimes.
Now in colleges, is there students, athletes that do multiple events? And I mean, like they'll do a field event and a running event, or when they get there, it's pretty much, this is what I do.
There is some rare superstar athletes that will do multiple events at the collegiate level, right. But that they usually specialize. I mean, a sprinter will do multiple events in the sprints, but the long jumper sprinters or long jumper hurdlers, that happens, but it's more rare.
But how rare is it in high school? Does that happen often?
Most often, yeah. Even at the bigger schools, there's usually the star athletes get to run the show in a couple events. So.
Now you've got a lot of boys out this year, which traditionally there's always more boys than there are girls in track, but I think you're around 35 or 40.
I have 36 on the roster right now. Yeah.
And I saw the junior high out there the other day, and it looked like an anthill out there. There were kids running everywhere.
Yeah, there's about 50 middle schoolers.
Oh my
together,
gosh!
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that that sounds like a lot? Is that a lot? 36? Is that a lot?
That is quite a few. It usually takes 15 to 20 to really fill the roster for a meet. So yeah, we got a little bit over that, so we've got some room to move kids around and try different things.
Now, do you run a JV?
In the smaller meets, we will.
Okay.
So like the Saturday was a bigger meet, so we wouldn't have been able to do any JV. But the smaller dual meets and three-way meets, we get to run a couple varsity kids, and then we'll be able to run some JV races and see who might be able to take over varsity spots.
Now, have you had an event yet, or was today supposed to be opening day?
Today was our opening of our outdoor season. We did do a little bit of indoor season this year, which was new to this school. We did just one meet up in Anderson at the university there, and then had some kids qualify for the state meet down in Bloomington about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, that's
you got to tell us
interesting.
who qualified for the state meet. We got to know who.
Right. On the boys' side, we had our distance medley relay, which is just an indoor-only event. That was Chase Cates, Grant Luby, Nolan Drake filled in for him at the state meet, Mason Mull, and Jackson Ramsey. of that relay.
Well, let me think. Cross country, cross country, cross country, cross country. Yeah, okay,
Yeah, and
that works out.
And then they have a 3,200 individual race for the indoor, and Chase Cates and Jackson Ramsey both qualified for the state meet there.
Familiar names. We've heard these names before.
And then on the girls' side, Marissa Cates qualified in the
Well,
600 as
Another
well.
familiar
There's
name.
a surprise.
There's another familiar
Well,
name.
good.
Yeah.
Well, good for them.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was a good experience for them, and looking to extend that a little bit next year.
So when's your next meet?
We compete next Friday at the Eastbrook Invite.
Oh, okay.
We'll open
Up here
Eastbrook.
by Marion.
Yep.
And then we have a big meet here. We have our, was it the night invite?
The night invite, that's April 29th, Friday.
Yes.
Wow,
And
okay.
that-
How many schools are coming to that?
9 or 10, I believe, so.
Yeah, I think there's 10.
We should live stream that thing, Jerry. You
Well,
put that
you
on
know-
your calendar. I don't know if it's possible, but
It would be an interesting event to try and do.
yeah.
We
We'd be
might-
flying by the seat of our pants.
Yes,
We always
as usual. Be two old guys and Steve. But we might be able to pull that possibly.
I'm just throwing that out there. It'd be fun to do, get these guys some
Yeah.
publicity, and if we could do that. But again, we're subject to internet connections and
You know,
availability. people-
logistics
Logistics,
is a huge
yeah.
situation, but we might be able to get something worked out. Who
Yeah,
knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
We'll
So
try.
That'd be excellent.
So, how many seniors do you have?
I have 11 seniors, boys and girls combined.
11.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's not. Well, when you think about that, you've got 40, 50 kids total.
Mm-hmm.
That's really pretty good. That's it. That's about where you want to be.
Yeah, I'm looking about 10 kids a class.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nice
Perfect.
even numbers, yep.
Perfect. On
that sounds like you're set up for the future too.
I would hope so with the amount of junior high kids out there running
Yeah,
around. That
okay.
we're looking to have a nice program for a while.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and we're always like to see our students go out and compete, whether it's in, you know, tennis or track or damsels or the drum line or, you know, anything like that. It's good to have them out and involved. And it makes them a better student, makes them a better, well-rounded person. And Coach Baker the other day in baseball, our show, he said something that really struck home, that when we do these interviews and so forth with the students, that's part of the educational process of learning to talk in front of a camera, learning to talk to people with complete sentences, periods, and all that. You know, it's not this here.
Absolutely.
And it's really been fantastic to see how well these kids have responded and how much they really want to do it, and so forth. So, when track, how do you train for sprints? Is there different for sprints versus distance versus, you know, shot put, long, and all that stuff?
Oh, it's totally different. All different worlds. That's one thing I love about track. It's all walks of life. So we get some, you know, star football players coming out to do sprints and hurdles and those kind of things, and we have kids that don't do other athletic events at all, other sports. They come out and we find some spots for them, get in shape for other sports or whatever it may be. So we, you know, all welcoming in our sport. But yeah, sprinters have their own set of agenda and work on their explosive speeds, and distance we're working on endurance and adding some speed into that as well. You mentioned the cross country team. You know, it's a lot different race. We go from a 5K down to 1 mile. It's a very different world, different muscle groups and those kind of things we got to work on.
I got one question. On your relays, as a coach, how do you set that up? Because obviously all 4 of them run. It's going to be the same time, it should be, no matter which, if they're the anchor, I believe they call it,
Yeah.
versus who starts. How do you set that up?
With sprinters, it's a little easier. Like the 4x1, we look at, you know, the fastest guy might be the anchor typically, or the starter, or even the backstretch. But it depends on personalities, who can compete right at the end. If we're behind a little bit, I want the guy that's going to chase down to be the last guy. Also with the curves, you sprint a curve a lot different than you sprint a straightaway. So who's better in the curve gets that curve spot.
See, now that's interesting.
It's very interesting because
Right
I would just say speed wins. It's not all this technique that goes with it too.
Right.
So.
And there's exchange zones you got to worry about who can hand off or receive.
And there's
who's
a lot
better
of
at that.
technical stuff when you talk about the relay. There's a certain way you have to. I mean, there's rules as far as handing the baton off.
Right.
I don't know what the rules are, but they are, and you can have a penalty assessed.
Yep. There's a zone on the track. There's little arrows, and they got to be passing that baton within those arrows.
See, that's I didn't even think about that. Just handing the baton off. You might have someone that's fast that can receive it, but they can't hand it.
Yeah.
You know, that's a problem. And so
It's an acquired skill. You
Right.
have to practice.
so you have to set your rotation up accordingly to that.
Especially in the 4x100, that's what we call a blind exchange. That guy calls out and says go, and you start running. You put your hand back, and you got to trust your teammates. And so there's a lot of.
He's gotta place it in
fundamental-
there in the
just
right
place
spot.
it right in there, and you
Okay.
grab it and go.
And you work on that in practice.
Oh,
I'm assuming
absolutely,
you have to work on
absolutely. You
that.
got to get your timing
And
down
that's
right.
interesting to me. Now, something I learned today.
Yeah.
It makes sense though, Jerry. You know, when that baton pass, I
Yeah,
guess is what
it's all. The relays are all about that baton. It's as quick as you can get that baton around, not necessarily how fast you can run it around.
So your meets are at the track.
Yep.
Plenty of place to sit down if you want to go watch.
Absolutely.
Right.
Free parking.
Free parking. We probably charge to get in. I'm assuming
Yeah,
the
it's
normal
$5.
normal
Yeah.
fee. But hey, show up at the meets. Give these kids your support. You know, really, when you get into a race, that adrenaline flows when there's a crowd around. Okay, so it's just like any other athletic event. So I'm encouraging everybody to get out there and support these kids. They deserve it. They work hard. I know Tyler and Eric Nolan's your
Oh, that's
assistant
right.
coach.
Who else is coaching?
Yeah. So Eric Nolan is my assistant head coach. We have Kerry Martin, who's been around for a while.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
our sprint and hurdle coach. I've got a gal by the name of Lonnie Clark. She's my throws coach this year. She helped out a few years ago. And then Meg and Eric Moreland are helping out with mid distance and jumpers.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
cool.
that's quite a staff.
Yeah,
right
I even
there.
have some alumni coming out here and there just to check it out and help the kids out here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Well, we'll look forward to these meets. You know, hopefully you can get one under your belt here
Yeah.
soon. When do you know when your next meet is?
That should be Friday as long as we don't get rained out for right now.
All right, and where's that going to be?
That's going to be at Eastbrook, all the way up towards
okay.
Marion. Yeah,
So that's quite a ways away.
that one is. Yep.
And the big one is when you said it was April 20?
April 29th, I believe it is.
And
It's
that's a Friday night?
Friday night, and then we have a home meet, a smaller one that following Monday.
What time do you guys get started normally?
About 5:30, 6
Okay.
o'clock. Yeah, right in that
All right.
range.
And then the TEC meet, where's it at this year?
That one's at Hagerstown again.
At Hagerstown.
Yep.
Down in the mosquito-infested area down there.
That's right.
And it'll be perfect mosquito season.
Perfect mosquito
Right in the flood
season.
basin. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no water getting down there today. Duh. Yeah. So that's good. And when's that?
That is May 12th. I believe.
May 12th.
That's Thursday night. Yeah.
And sectionals, are they like, are they not, there's not 1A, 2A?
Correct.
It's
Yeah,
all-
it's all
And where's your
it's all
sectional
one
this year?
class. That is down in Connorsville.
Connorsville,
Connorsville
okay.
boys and girls there. They split that. So Tuesday night, that's the Tuesday night following conference for the girls, and then Thursday's the boys.
Okay, all right. Well, there you have it, folks. You know where you need to be, so try to be there. And you can always go to the GoKnightsAthletics.com website. And you can get the calendar there.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of, we're going to talk about it later, you and I, but there's a lot of stuff going on in the spring.
There's a lot of stuff
Yeah,
going on right
so-
now. It's starting to get full board at this point.
So, not to put you on the spot,
Okay.
but we got to get some kind of forecast or prediction. You got some athletes that can move on. There's a team that can move. Your cross country team last fall was fantastic.
Yeah, they were phenomenal. We have a really good group of boys, especially girls. We have smaller numbers, so it's a little tougher to compete in those bigger meets with the scoring system. But looking at this year, the boys might be able to make a run at the conference meet, do something there that hasn't been done since '99.
Okay,
right here.
so we'll look forward to that.
That's a big goal the boys have in mind.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
99.
It's a long
Yeah.
Any prospects out of the girls to get for some cross country, so you'll have enough for a full team.
I believe so. We're working some of the girls pretty good.
There
He's
you
always
go.
recruiting going
That's right.
on, right?
That's
Come out and
right.
get in shape for basketball or whatever it might be. Yeah.
Good deal. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's better than sitting around playing video games, girls. So, you go out, you see Tyler, you see Eric. We're moving ahead now for
Yeah.
the fall, but, come on out. It's great. It's great. You get camaraderie. You get a
Oh, yeah.
team. It's fantastic. So, and you get in shape. Nothing
That's
wrong
right.
with that.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And if you're really lucky, you get interviewed by Rick.
Or hopefully we'll have some student reporters.
Or student reporters. And who knows, maybe we'll have to extend the Reese Cup player of the game.
We'll definitely work on those things there. So.
Well, Tyler, thanks for coming in this
Yeah, thank you
morning.
for having me.
I've learned some things today. I never
Good.
would have thought about the straightaway versus the turns as a whole different approach,
Right.
and so forth. So, and the baton handoffs and all that. So we appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And well, been about 32, 33 minutes today.
Perfect.
Perfect. So.
Thanks for coming in, Tyler. We appreciate it.
Thank
and good
you.
luck to you
Yeah,
guys. all
absolutely.
right?
Thank you very
and
much.
go see them. All right. Just get out there and support these kids.
And for Tyler Hostetler and also Brandi Sheckels, Rick Fletcher, I'm Jerry Middleton. And go out, because it's been another good night.